Good morning. Happy Sunday, everybody. Monica has now jumped up to say hello. Off you go there, kiddo. Go on. There we go. There he goes. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Today is going to be a quick Sunday sew. I'm going to put together the legit kits Iris Bomb. Well, I'm going to start putting together. I have all of the blocks and sections all complete. I just need to join them in like the super 4-patch. So I'm going to say good morning to everybody. Hi, Del Marie. Is Northern California sunny and warm today? Hi, Jacqueline. Happy Sunday. Hey, Stephen. How are you doing? Is Canada cold? Here in Frederick, it's cold and rainy, which is blah. Hi, Katie. And hey, Russ. What's Georgia like? Hey, Sean. Good morning, everybody. Oh, well, let me switch camera views so I can, I gotta switch this too. Show you guys what I'm gonna be up to. So, this out of the way. These are the Iris blocks. Which way is better? Oh, here, this way is better. Okay. The Iris blocks that I've sewn together, but I haven't trimmed yet, so I'll go ahead and start trimming before. For month 2, B4 was the only solid sheet of paper one. So the rest of them were in sections to be sewn together to create the full block. Cloudy and chilly in Northern California today. It's supposed to be, the East Coast is supposed to be getting walloped by a storm, so I'm hoping that this rain is our version of getting walloped. I'm hoping. Lots of other sections. I don't have them all like in order, just because until I trim them, they're not going to get put together anyway. So I just kind of sew them together in bunches, like which pieces had 3 pieces of fabric, which pieces had 4 pieces of fabric, and then I'll put them all together. So we're going to start getting them all trimmed. What is everybody working on today? Or if you're not working on a project, are you just hanging out, drinking some hot cocoa? Today is definitely a hot cocoa day. I could go for some hot cocoa with a little marshmallows in them. I like a dark chocolate cocoa. I took a class. Well, it's a 2-Saturday, so a 2-weekend class. I took yesterday was the first class of stained glass, and I have not stopped thinking about it since taking the class. So I really enjoyed the whole process, and I'm looking forward to finishing it up next weekend, because we get to use like more power tools, like the soldering. Is it a soldering iron gun? Soldering gun. I liked using the grinder, because we had to rough up the edges of the glass, but rough them up, but also smooth off like the parts that could cut us. So it was like a dual thing, and that was fun to use the power tools. I like power tools. Hi, Tamala. Oh, it's Multiverse Assembly Day. Oh, fun, Russ. I can't wait to see how that all goes together. Oh, ugly sweater blocks. That's fun. I can't wait to see that too. Maybe a wall hanging. Oh, hi, Darlene. We have Christmas with my dad and stepmom today. They're up from North Carolina. And so they stop. Well, it depends on the year, but my stepsisters live in Colorado, so there will be like my dad and stepmom travel a lot for all the visitings. But they're here today for us to do Christmas with the fam bam, and I really love when I get to extend the Christmas festivities for like an entire month. So the fact that they're here a couple weeks early really makes me excited because I love the whole thing. So making it a like whole month kind of thing, getting ready for them to be up here, then actually them here and us getting to celebrate, have some food together, open some presents, play some games, all that kind of stuff. It's a good time. Darlene says she's binding her ribbit project for our quilt guild. Oh, putting together a tablescape. That sounds cool. No sewing for Katie this morning. Oh, some organization. You gotta arrange your scrappy quilt blocks. We gotta get them all set so then you can get to sewing. There is that administrative stuff that has to happen. As we're getting towards the end of the year, just, a couple of weeks away, and if you are prone to do so, are you looking at new monthly subscription boxes? Are you going to continue the ones that you have been doing? Have you heard of cool new ones that I may not have heard of? Absolutely, take this time to be an enabler. Let me know which ones you're going to be doing. I had thought last year that I'd stopped the So Yeah subscription box, but I apparently did not. So I have gotten it all this year, and I've really liked all the patterns and the fabrics this year, and the notions have been pretty cool too. Like this is one of the notions that was in this month's box, I think, or November's box. You're not really going to be able to see it really well, but it was a Classy Creations ruler, which is of the family of Martelli. Their grandkids, I guess, granddaughters have started their own. So this was one of the notions in a box. And I had been doing Fat Quarter Shop has a thing that's called their stash builder. I'm not really, I can't remember now, but I did it for this whole year, and they were solids of art gallery fabrics in amazing colorways, and that was a lot of fun. And that was just for the year. And I don't know that I'm gonna do that again for next year. For all the solids, I'm not sure. I'm leaning towards no, just because I feel like I've got so much fabric. And I don't know, with all of the stuff I hope to be doing next year with teaching and workshops and things like that, I don't know if I really need to be adding so much to my stash if I'm not going to be here as much to sew it as I would like. So there's that. Hi Jackie, how are you doing? There we go, another unit all trimmed up. We're in the spot of the eyeball that has a great range of colors. So there's some very lights and some very darks. So I'm interested to see this four patch build. And while I might just get the trimming done today, I will video putting it all together. And I'll try to get the angle where you can actually see my machine. I don't have enough space for all of the cameras to be happening at one time. I need to win the lottery so I can build a whole studio and be able to do all of the things. But as it is right now, I have to pick and choose what I'm going to be doing. So I'll try to set it up where I can show the actual sewing of the pieces, and then switch cameras all up again, and then show ironing them out and the final product, the final 4-patch all put together. I don't know how many times I've talked about winning the lottery and about the fact that you have to play it to win it. I still haven't started playing it. Aside from the road trip with my son, where we did buy lottery tickets in every state we were in, if they did lottery tickets, but I don't know that any of the states. I don't know any of the states that didn't. They didn't all have casinos in them, but if they had casinos, we went and did that too. That was fun. But we went in with a plan. We knew exactly how much we were willing to spend at each place, and we didn't go over that at any point. So I think that was just a fun, goofy, I know I'm going to remember it forever. It was fun to spend that time being silly. We even bet on horse races when we were in Oklahoma City. That was fun. So. Hi, Patty. Hey, Mona. How are you doing? Good morning, Ingrid. Yeah, I say I want to win the lottery so I can do all these things. You have even less chance of winning when you don't play. It's always just, and no, this is not meant as an offense to anybody that does play the lottery. To me, I've always just felt like, and this could probably be a single mom thing, that there were plenty of things that I could be spending that $5, $10 on for the kids, like school lunches and stuff like that, that I could not, in my soul, it hurt. I couldn't spend it on something that the odds were not in my favor of securing us a future. Making sure that they were fed, that was a good thing for that week. So yeah, that's probably just a survivalist piece. So I had cut a piece for Iris, and I think, was it Jackie that just said she just got hers yesterday? I was, it was the last piece that was being cut out of this, so I just left it thicker. But this is definitely a great size scrap in the world of FPP. Sorry, I'll bring it over this way. And I would not just toss this. That's a healthy size in the world of FPP. So I'll put it back in the bag with month 2, all of the paperwork and everything. I'll put this back in with the fabric because that is definitely big enough for all of my Kona cotton pieces. So I will save that for sure. Oh, and then there we go. There's the trimmed piece. Yeah, I really like the lights coming in with the darkers. It's going to look pretty. Hi, Shelly. Maybe I'll turn into the kind of grandma that gets everybody scratchers for their stockings. A win's a win, even if you only win $5. When you weren't the one that had to buy it. I've discovered in the sewing up of these block of the months that I really like sewing all of the pieces together and just sew, you know, just sew and sew and sew and sew and get them all together. And then I really enjoy trimming them all at the same time. I just kind of get into a routine. If I'm not here on a Sunday morning with you guys, maybe I'll be watching a TV show or listening to a podcast or an audiobook or something, and I just kind of zen and zone out. And I've decided and discovered that I really like that process very much. If I become the grandma that buys them for everybody, I need to. Maybe I'll have everybody sign a contract first. If you want to be a part of the grandma lottery ticket train, you've got to take care of family if you win. That'd be pretty good. Ooh, some gray. I've forgotten about the gray. Which way am I going? Here we go. I don't know that I'm ever gonna like figure out, memorize like which way the camera works when it looks one way to me and shows up differently, but I like the gray added in there. Oh yeah, Shelly, that's a good question. How is George? George and Buddy, Ingrid's dog, and one of the kitties was one of my favorite friends to hang out with in Vlogmas earlier this week. Nothing like furry friends. Now, speaking of Vlogmas, were you all able to catch both Russ, who was here, Quilt Meets World, and Stephanie earlier this morning? So Stephanie is at 8:30, although I'm pretty sure, I think from all the names that I've seen, everyone knows Stephanie for sure. But that's just the folks that are chatting. If there's anybody out there who isn't chatting and hasn't heard, you should head over to Quilting with Stephanie Stitches and watch her Vlogmas that comes out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern every morning through Christmas. It's the Vlogmas Challenge. And then mine is out at 9 a.m. And then Russ's of Quilt Meets World is at 9:30. I was about to call it done, and realized I needed to still do this top piece. Oops. There we go. I like this bright. It looks duller in my camera. I'm not exactly sure how it's coming across to you guys, but it's actually a really bright color. I feel like it looks kind of dull in the photo, or the video of it, but that's a cool bright color. And then this one too. This one's really cool. Those are fun. I like is it teal or aqua? I'm really gonna have to go back to looking at books. Is it teal or is it aqua that has more green in the blue? Or are they both? It's just the different shades. Don't know. I'm really bad at that stuff. Oops. Alright, let me close it up so I don't end up cutting myself, and realign. That's a good reminder. Sometimes when I'm trying to line something up and it's not lining up, and I'll just throw the rotary cutter down to get it out of the way so I can straighten up. I don't always remember to close it, but it's a really good idea to always remember to close it. Things happen so fast, especially when cats are jumping up on your table. Things happen very quickly. There we go. This is going to be just the smallest sliver of this dark green once we sew it to its remaining pieces. Does anyone out there have an actual chance of having a white Christmas? I don't know that we will this year. We're supposed to have more snow than we had last year, but we had like 0.00 snow last year. So there was a safe bet to say we're going to have more this year than last year. It was a race to see who would find it first. I don't know what kind of... Are they the Apple earbud ones? Because I know changing up the little plastic bit, that like the plastic bit that actually goes in your ear, made a lot of difference in how well mine fit. But now I use the headphone ones, the over ear ones. I can't even tell you where my earbuds are now, actually. Now that I think about it, probably in a purse or a sew bag or something. Chewy came yesterday, so there is an empty Chewy box with which the cats can play. So there, one of them at least is in. I'm also going to keep this piece, especially for projects that have really tiny pieces, like any of the flowers, the trio of flowers, the water lily, the orchid, and the mini rose. Those would that piece would fit in perfectly in that realm. So I'm gonna hold on to that one too. And there is this piece all done. All nice and trimmed. And then again, B4. Jackie, I don't know if you've opened yours up yet, but this month it's only one of the 4 blocks is a full, like from the start full page block. So, oh, look at this. Can you see JG right up here? Really teeny tiny. That's going to be so small when it's all sewn up. But yeah, all of the other blocks in this month's are done in different units that you put together in sections and then build your final block, which is cool. Good size piece. Oop, nope, this way. There we go. A good sized chunk. Oh, these colors are so pretty. You might have some in Denver, and you have snow on the ground now. Very cool. Hi, Letitia. Good morning. Is it still yeah, it's still morning. Okay. It's still morning here. When I knit, well, when I used to knit more often, I still knit, I just don't do it as often. I followed Stephanie McPhee. Oh man, now I've actually forgotten her. She's the Yarn Harlot. I followed her, and she had talked about, she was writing a book, and she lives in Toronto. Oh yeah, she lives in Toronto, like Steven and Walter. She talked about renting a cabin because she had to get this book done during the holidays, and going out and getting snowed in and just absolutely loving it. Just, couldn't go anywhere, had all the supplies she needed, was totally fine, if she needed to get somebody to her or whatever, would have been able to do that. It wasn't scary isolated, but just beautiful views, nice and quiet, and was there for like all of November and most of December, something like that. Or maybe it was all of October and all of November, and was back in time for like the Christmas festivities. I can't remember. This was probably about 20 years ago. But that just sounded lovely, and I still daydream about doing that one of these days. Like, it's an after retirement kind of pipe dream. Here, let me get all this stuff out of the way. Get all this out of the way so we can see the nice finished block. So this is the only one that came as a full page for month 2. Alright. So pretty nice. So what I'll do is put this to the side, and now that I've got them all trimmed, I will organize them together in the blocks that they should turn into. So there's a B3 and a B3 and an A4. Let's turn it so you can see that it says A4. Oh, A4, and A4 is A and B, and that's done. B3, there's a little bit more. A3 is an A3A and an A3B. So the top row, the A's, are 2 sections to make up the block, not a bunch of separate units. B3 is the only one that is multiple units, and that's still only 3 units. So you'll put, let's check it out. I don't have the assembly guide in front of me, but with 3, it's often easier to figure it out. So I would do A to B and then AB to C. So units A and B together to create the section AB, and then section AB sewn to unit B3C will make the full block of B3. Woohoo! So, not too bad as far as the number of units and or sections to sew up. So that's exciting. Let's see, how much time do we have? Oh, we still got some time. Alright, so I will save B3 to do the video of sewing them together, because those are the 3 different units. So that provides some, opportunity to show, making sure the different, all of the different pieces come together to fit what they're supposed to be. Oh, look at how A3 is gonna look. That's a big color spectrum jump. That's gonna be cool, wherever this ends up. So on these ends, here, let me hold them up. I don't trim off all of that, like all the way to the end. Then that's just a personal thing. I just don't, because I'm always afraid I'm going to trim too much. So I just let them be. I might trim them down closer than that much, but I often just let them be. And then we'll line up inside, because with this one, where all of these seams are coming together, that's going to be a really good point to make sure we are exactly where we want to end up. will flip this around, make sure my, yep, that lines up nicely. What I'll do is use a, cats were at it again. They've knocked all my clips around. Alright, well, they've knocked all the clips around, so maybe I'll pull a pin to give it a test to make sure I have it lined up the way it should be with all of those seam allowances coming in. Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Front and back on the sew line. Let's make sure we're, yep, still on the sew line in the back. Make sure it's coming out on the sew line. On the front. Without bending the pin. There we go. So, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see it. But the pin goes in on the sew line and comes out on the sew line. I feel like I might be just a bit high on this end, but we're gonna flip it open and make sure it looks like it should. I might do it this way with the fewer seams on this side. So, do I have, see, nope. I need to pull it up. So I was trying to, because of the angle, I didn't, oh, did that show? So see how it needs to be pulled up a little bit more so that it gives a tighter angle. Let's see, hopefully you'll see what I mean. Let's see if I can do it without pinning and the pin gets in the way and kind of twists the, nope, gotta do it. Got to pin. I am not a big pinner, but in some cases it helps with the laying out and making sure what you're working on is going to come out the first time, so you don't have to unpick. That's the word. Oh, the retirement dreams are just getting away. Just enjoying quiet in the woods. Though I've seen way too many horror movies. And that makes me laugh, that I would be absolutely freaking out that I would be attacked by Freddy Krueger or Jason Voorhees in the middle of my nice, relaxing cabin in the woods time. That's what happens when you're a child of the 80s, right? You grow up on those movies. Hey, there we go. All right. Woohoo! Sure these. Get the phone out of the way. Uh-oh. I let it slide a little bit. Do you guys have that problem? Like, it's all lined up, and like when you lay it down, it rolls weird. I don't know if that's the right term, but Sometimes I have to futz with it again to make sure that the pieces line up the way I intended. Let's get this guy out of the way before I stab myself. Oh my gosh, I have seen that commercial. Have you guys seen the Amazon commercial where the guy buys an Alexa, I guess, for his llamas? And then they are singing Christmas music in Spanish because llamas. And I can't get that commercial or the song out of my head. Alright, let's see how it went. Hey Stephanie, good morning! This is so true. Hi Charlotte. I have to watch way too much crime TV for me to ever truly relax. Okay, there we go. I like those points. Woohoo! Way too much crime TV. Every sound, I'd be sure. Either a horror movie was about to unfold, or I was gonna be an episode of Dateline Uncovered. Something like that. Oh my golly. Everything on the sew line. Oh yay! I should have shown that too. See all on the sew line. Nope, you can't see. On the sew line and all this sew line. So good stuff. All these little pieces of, when I used to shop a lot with Soya, I would have their little orange stickers that they put on their fabrics for the number of, the product that you're shipping or you're buying. I would have those bad boys all over the place. I now have more little pieces of legit kits, seam allowances all over the place. Because I'll do this, I'll get in the routine of sewing them all the pieces together, and then ripping the seam allowances out, and I'll put them on the table because I'm in a groove, and then the cats will jump up, and some of it will get knocked away because of the wind, and then I will find them all over the place, in the weirdest places. Alright. So, for this one, I'm going to see how I feel about it. This side, the section A3B, has 5 pieces coming together at one point. A lot of the time I sew the seams open, but that's a lot of seamage coming, and it's lying pretty flat. I haven't even hit it with the acorn yet, but it's lying pretty flat going towards A3A, where it's just these 2 seam lines. So I may listen to what the block is telling me and keep it, rather than opening it, keeping it this way. So that, well, but then I don't really like that pucker that it's kind of creating too. All right, let's test out. Will it look better? I'm kind of very anal about those things. I don't like having a big ridge where the seam allowances were. or are. I try to hide those as much as possible. But magic juice is magic, but there's only so much magic it can do. And when you have a convergence of 5 seams like that, that could be asking a little much as far as magic juice is concerned. But we'll see, we'll see. Well, maybe it'll be alright with it open. I'm persnickety about these things. Move this over a little bit. Wait, this way? I'm trying to see it. How to get the, there we go. I'll do this. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, I'm okay. I'm all right with that. Then I'll do the magic juice, and I don't know if anybody saw Stephanie had on her channel where she was talking about the Acorn Easy Press and that she likes to use the nib the other way, like not the angled side, but the rounded side. And I've changed it over because I wanted to test the theory too, and I like it. I think it works well. So I am on team rounded end, which sounds really bad. Hey, yay, FPP superstar. That is the goal. Stay flat, my friend. I have a visitor that's over here making eyes at the table, thinking about jumping up. I think he decided against it though. Bass drop was looking. All right. I feel like I can still open it up a little bit more, but pretty darn happy. Oh, there were pins there. I was like, what is holding that? There we go. Awesome. Have just a couple of minutes left, so I'm going to put this with this. A3, B4. Yeah, so I think that'll be a good video. I'll put the easier 2 sections of A4B together. I'll do the 3 sections of B3, and then put that video out of them going together, and then all the four patch of the 4 blocks together. I think that'll be good. I think that'll be fun. All right. So let me. Oh, where's my mouse? Oh, awesome, Ingrid. Thank you. Thanks, Steven. See you later. Appreciate you being here this morning. All right. So, thank you all for hanging out with me. There's, some housekeeping stuff to remind you all of. If you are signed up for the New York Beauty bits, there's a couple of weeks. No, there's this week next, not a couple weeks, before we do the Cuttlefish block, which will be on December 19th at 6 p.m. Eastern on Stephanie, Quilting with Stephanie Stitches channel. So if you're still working on possum, yep, you've got plenty of time to take your time and make sure you're comfortable. We have some amazing examples of what the final product looks like. There's a number of you that have posted for that. I did get an email, Stephanie, I'm not sure if you saw it, but got an email last night from somebody who's interested in the information for that, so we'll be getting them caught up. Also last night we all discovered that there actually is a PDF version, a digital version of the book with C&T Publishing, which was a great eye-opener because it's going to make printing out the pieces a lot easier. However, if you don't have that option, because a lot of you bought the book and then adding to totally get that could not be an option for you. I still have the kind of tutorial of tracing the blocks from the paper patterns out of the book. And I still think that is a valuable tool to have in your toolkit for if you are, you're going to be doing something like that, you don't have the accessibility of the digital pattern, getting comfortable with being able to trace and be confident that you're able to put those pieces together. That's a good thing to learn and to have. And then once you've done it, you can say you do it, you've done it, you can do it, and then you never have to do it again. Which is always fun. So that's the 19th. But coming up this week, aside from Stephanie of Quilting with Stephanie Stitches and Russ with Quilt Meets World and my Vlogmases this whole week, we have, so today was day 10. We've got 15 more days of Vlogmas, which is amazing. We will do later this week a birthday bash for Stephanie, which I'm excited about. I love birthdays, and a holiday birthday month combo is awesome. My birthday's in February. I can do without the whole Valentine's Day thing, but having my birthday month of the whole month of February is perfectly okay. So we'll get together and celebrate Stephanie, which is exciting. And she's got some fun giveaways and everything set up for that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then, what else is going to come? I have my second stained glass class on Saturday. I'm really looking forward to that. And then a holiday party with Lauren on Saturday evening, where Lauren will be partying and I will be sewing. And that's going to be fun. And then back here again. Yes? Or no? No, because I'll be out of town. So no, it will be a pre-recorded Sunday brunch next week. But that will still be a lot of fun. Maybe I'll do it as a premiere because I could still chat with you. I just wouldn't be set up to do a live. Ooh, that would be fun. My first premiere. Okay, I think that sounds very, very festive and fun. So maybe we'll do that next Sunday. All right. Well, I think that's about it. Yeah. If you haven't already, check out the Vlogmases from this morning. I'm pretty sure we all have created playlists of them, so if you've missed any of them, please check those out. If you haven't already subscribed. So Stephanie made this comment, and it made a lot of sense, and it's not something I had thought of. There is a difference in YouTube ways that you can support your favorite YouTubers. Some YouTubers will have memberships that you can join, and those memberships do cost money, but that is separate from subscribing. and it's weird, like, you know, you think subscriptions are a payment base, but subscribing on YouTube is free. That's clicking subscribe and, you know, commenting every once in a while if you've really enjoyed what they've done, hitting the like button, the thumbs up button, but really, I mean, even if you hit the thumbs down button, it's interaction, and that's all YouTube algorithms care about. So you may not be doing as much harm as you think if you're having a bad day and you give somebody a thumbs down. But so the subscribing bit is totally free to you. Doesn't cost you anything. You can get notifications when that person's going live, and trust me, we all love to have you join us when we're live. And the membership thing, I wasn't able to do like join a membership from my Apple phone. I had to do it from my computer. So I'm not sure what it looks like in Apple phone. Maybe I was just not able to do it, or my iPad. But from the computer, there's a join button. So it's different than the subscribe button. And to join the membership, so there could be like different tiers, kind of very Patreon-esque, different tiers of support for that YouTuber. They might have monthly sew-alongs, or you know, depending on what channel it is. But that's the one that's pay. And so yeah, I don't want people to get confused by what those are. Jackie, is there a link to the PDF? So that is basically purchasing the whole book again. It's like $23, I believe. I think that's what it was, $23.99. So I do want you to know that it is not just, you know, just the patterns. It's buying the whole book again. So you're going to have the whole thing in a digital format. And yeah, if that's okay, then I will send you. I will put the link in the chat right now. I'm going to copy it if it's going to let me from my phone. It's asking me to verify that I'm human, and I'm trying to verify that I'm human. Oh, Stephanie, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. There we go, Jackie. Thank you so much, because my phone was not cooperating. It was asking me to validate that I'm human, and I said, yes, I am, and I picked where the motorcycle was, and then it just kept asking me to do it again. Do those things ever frustrate you? Like, exactly what do you mean by motorcycle? Is that little sliver of the mirror still the motorcycle? I'm not sure. Alright, guys. Well, thank you all so much for hanging out. As always, I appreciate you being here. And I really enjoy sewing these things with you all, and chatting and seeing all the different things that everybody's getting into. If you have any kind of ooky weather, please be safe out there. Just be safe in general. And I will see you again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. for Vlogmas. Alright, everybody. Bye! Oh, let's see where my mouse is before I say bye. Okay, bye for real this time.